Hello there and thank you for watching. This is the first episode of Dermestaria, an introduction of the species. A dermestarium is a terrarium containing dermestid beetles, also known as larder beetles. They are a variety of species within the genus Dermestis. Dermestid beetles are nature's cleaning crew by eating carcasses. All species slightly differ in their qualities, and my main goal is a bioactive terrarium housing multiple species. During the making of this video, I own 7 different species. I would like to introduce them to you in the order of when I started breeding them. I received my first dermestid beetle colony in 2017, and it's the same colony that is still thriving to this day. They are the species Dermestis frisia. They look very similar to the better known Dermestis maculatus, but have 2 key differences. One being the shape of the black spot on the left segment of their abdomen, and the presence or the absence of a tip on the end of their elytra. I started breeding them to help me clean animal skeletons. Due to their special diet, dermestid beetles can help you create museum-quality skeletons. The beetles work delicate enough to leave bone undamaged, and even the fragile cartilage often stays intact. The larvae of the beetles are fuzzy, what makes them, in my opinion, pretty cute. I gained my second species in 2019, them being Dermestis lardarius. I love their colorful look with their orange band, and I was amazed by how different they behaved. The belly of this species is black instead of white, and their larvae are different as well, having prominent lighter rings between the segments of their body and no dorsal stripe. I started to get hooked on a different species of Dermestis, and in the same year I bought myself a colony of Dermestis maculatus, since I didn't want to miss out on the experience of the most famous species of the genus. Funny story, I already got a taste in 2018, since I established a colony of Dermestis maculatus during my time in Australia. This was a mixed colony with Dermestis frisia, and they peacefully coexisted together. Someone else took over their care when I left, so the beetles could keep on working for the local skeleton library that collected bones for scientific and educational purposes. In 2020, I established a colony of Dermestis undulatus, another beautiful colored species. The head and thorax are speckled reddish-brown, and the elytra are speckled dark gray. This is the smallest of all species that I own. The larvae are almost entirely black in color. In 2021, I gained a colony of Dermestis hemorrhoidalis, a lesser-known species. They are almost entirely brown to black in color, including their bellies, although their bellies have a nice golden shine to them. Their larvae have rings across their body just like Dermestis lardarius. The newest additions are from 2024. First, Dermestis murinus. Their head, thorax and elytra are a mottled pattern of bluish grey. The color of their bellies are best described as a pink hue instead of pure white. The larvae are almost entirely black in color, just like Dermestis undulatus. The second species I got in 2024 was Dermestis ater, a pretty well-known species but somehow hard to come by when specifically searching for the species while being located in Europe. They are overall brown to black in color, but their bellies have medial and lateral brown spots on a dark brown background. Their larvae are almost entirely black in color. All mentioned species can be divided into 2 subgenera. The first group are the subgenus Dermestinus, whom I dubbed the white bellies. Dermestis frisia, maculatus, undulatus and murinus belong to this group. The second group are the subgenus Dermestis, whom I dubbed the black bellies. Dermestis lardarius, hemorrhoidalis and ater belong to this group. Something noteworthy is that the black bellies make a chirping sound called stridulation. It is not fully understood how the beetles produce this sound, but it is likely a similar mechanism to the piping of queen bees. As I mentioned during the beginning of the video, all species differ slightly from each other. The adults of some species gain the ability to fly at lower temperatures than others, and some can even feed on plant materials such as grains. This is one of the reasons why I want a terrarium to observe the behavior of different species in a more natural habitat. I will show you the creation of the Dermestarium in my next video. See you then!